Recording has started. I like how in the chat box Cookie's name is completely black and it's unreadable. Also, the email looks so bad. Alright. Let's go. Right. Oh my god, why? Okay, wait. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. I rarely get that flutter cancel. But that's a good flutter cancel. I like it. Dang, this was like a really good start to Spiral.
I don't know what to do if you actually hit the flutter cancels.
Dude, same. I'll turn the volume down so you don't hear your voice. Actually, I think if you click this button, it makes the mic lower than the game. I don't flutter there. I do a double roll there. I don't know if you've timed that, but I've always done a double roll there. Rip. Oh, that's some. What's up, Captain Dingpot? Just don't do double rolls anywhere. Is there a reason? I know that. Oh my god, why doesn't this pause when I want it? I know that I remember looking at the best lines here. I tried to aim as much to this corner as possible. And I actually learned yesterday that you don't want to roll in the direction of that corner, you want to roll slightly below it for the best line. It was kind of interesting. Seems like I'm on the right track. Oh no, the side. Bum, 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 bum. Sup, Clenap? Clean. I think I don't know if this is actually 100% faster, but this is what I've always done because I've just copied Stiv right here. I would have ended that earlier flutter cancel a tiny bit earlier, so I could fit one more flutter cancels like right here. Then that would allow me to like roll backflip into the loading zone instead of doing a full flutter here. Alright, see you, Cookie. Have fun with your lurk. That was a good text kit. I think that was just a mistake. I usually try to just flutter before I touch the thing there. What I think is best here, I don't know if you're thinking it, and I don't know if you've looked at it before. I think it's best to try and roll and then jump directly, like as soon as you see Bottles' head pops up, or like the text box pops up. I think that's how you're supposed to do that section. I personally start the backflip at that flower. That looked fine to me. I'm pretty sure we went through this whole debate when we were doing when there was like a trotless phase. I'm pretty sure most people agreed that it's probably better to like jump flutter up the slopes instead of just jumping for most parts. Where is it? Wait, what? Hello? Alright. That was pretty sure it's just better for your speed. Where is it? H4. I think this one, jump fluttering keeps you at 500 more. I might do a run later, maybe not, but so I like to. I basically copied what Stiv and AC did. AC is the record holder for trotless. for a lot of these sections, and what they did was jump, flutter, jump, flutter, jump, and flutter up here. I noticed that right here, I'm gonna take this thing off. Like, oh, I don't have B plus. So, if you can like jump, flutter, then go here without a slowdown, that's the fastest. Sometimes I like roll up this a bit, then jump, flutter, but I often get that little slowdown right when I land. And that's what makes that slow sometimes. I think if you can do that without getting the slowdown, that would be the best. But I do roll up the mountain a bit here before I start the jump, flutter. Then roll to here. I actually do roll up the mountain a bit and then start the big jump. Go as far up as possible. I know that for this hill, this slope right here, you see how it's a little like steep triangle. You want to just jump, flutter up that, then here you want to start maximizing your rolls. Yeah, that's pretty much what you do. I hate when the camera turns like that. Actually, I want to check something. I was curious about something. Alright, never mind. I hate when that camera turns. It makes it so much laggier. You just have to make sure to let go of R before you let go of L and B. I know that here you want to make sure you have the best line. Just going towards... Your goal is to go towards, like, just that wall, the corner of that wall. So, I like to just roll in that direction, and I just hop over. I don't flutter over. I hop over, and then that will allow me to get the double roll. Because if you see this flat part right here, you can sort of see it. There's like a little seam, it's probably not visible. You end your roll on this, it'll just end. But if you end your roll before it, you can do a double roll. So, if you flutter, then you'll end that roll too late. But if you just jump... Whoops. You'll get a double roll. That termite's an asshole. Or it's fine. I personally like to peck onto this Jiggy. You obviously don't have to, but you can get more distance like towards the back of the slope, towards the back of the platform if you do. I don't think it loses time in general, but you can get more distance for sure. That suck. I've been playing around a tiny bit, not 100% confident with it, but I've been playing around a tiny bit with just dropping your slide like that, then going like that. Sometimes it feels smooth, I think. That hill was a bit of an issue for me, but also this hill is more of an issue for me, so... I've been just playing around with that idea. I think it can be good. I find it a lot better with the spacing. Where am I? You drop your slide as you walk off here, then jump like that. You can keep your slide more, or when you fall off in a smoother. You just have to make sure you really, like, cut it towards that direction. But obviously if you cut it towards there, you're not gonna save time. Something like this. Maybe cut it a bit more. Yeah, GV USB 2 is a standard. Also nice, I have a snowball too. Mines have been like breaking down a tiny bit, but they have like free warranties, so it's whatever. They work. I want to see that again. That was really close to not working, damn. Nice text skip. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da. That was a nice jump to that ramp. I think I'm not so great at that jump myself. Solid. I personally stand a bit more to the right on like the main platform before I jump off, but I think it doesn't matter as long as you like compensate by starting to move a bit earlier. What's up, the Frog? Is that the Frog, the Xbox 100% glitchless world record holder? No problem. Okay, I want to see that again. You want to go slightly below this faint line here, and slightly to the right of this corner. That's like the optimal line to this note here, from my experience in testing. 3880 is not a bad price, I don't think. It fluctuates a lot for sure. I have admittedly been having troubles with this a bit recently. Killing this termite. I definitely think it's best to kill it with the peck you used to leave talent shot rather than jump pecking. This termite's a bit easier to do that with, but sometimes I mess it up. Okay, well, I just messed it up. You just have to be aware because like this hill isn't straight, so if you do it on a downhill like here, you'll peck in the air like that, which sucks. But here, it's like it's all uphill. As long as you're not going from like here to here. It's kind of weird. Oh no, it sucks. That was solid though. I like that. I don't know if you've tried it, but what I have been doing here is I've been getting up to the... I'm not looking at the screen. I've been getting up to this platform in Talon Trot, then jump pecking to the Jiggy. Definitely feels a lot faster. Alright, well no one saw that. Look at that. It wouldn't be the first Jiggy. Synced. I used to do this as well. I used to hold R and then get in Talon Trot and then jump. But I don't know. Recently I've started trying to just use C, mash the hell out of the C button. Nice feathers. Because I found that if I use R, I don't really jump in the right direction. I don't know if you tend to jump in the right direction, but I find that I don't, personally, if I hold R, or if I use R. Yeah. I try to mash... Let me go back up here. Dude, I don't have... I'm doing my info. I try to, start mashing C... What is it? C right? No, C left. C left, like, while I'm falling from getting... Can you, like, go up there? While I'm falling from getting the Jiggy. Like that. And I try to mash it. Yeah. So like right after you grab the Jiggy, start mashing C left, and then while you're getting in Talon Shot, continue mashing that button as fast as you can. Then just jump in like the best direction you see fit. That's what I've been doing at least. That sucks. Okay. Okay, so you do shoot 2 eggs for the second one. Wow, GG. I've been thinking it might be worth to try and skip that Juju text, but it sounds like such a pain. I don't want to try it, honestly. But I feel like it might be worth since it's such a laggy area. Do this again. I personally try to make the camera straight with that note. Because then I just have to jump straight up. And then I like to hold R between like those 2 notes. But this is all just preference. I think that part was fine for the most part. Other than just not being used to the movement, so needing it to be tighter. Classic. I know that Stiv does 2 jumps inside there, which I've never really been able... I never practiced that much, but I don't really understand it. Pretty sure that was just a normal mistake. That was a good jump. Okay. I'm pretty sure when I was looking at this in first person, you want to jump just very slightly to the left of this post right here. Is it that post? Wait, you can tell better when you're on talent right here. Yeah. That's pretty good. I would have been a tiny bit. I usually just aim for this post in general when I'm jumping over this fence. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. I think I tend to start my jump more down than you do after that 3rd note. It looked like you had to like turn around a bit before you started the jump. Also, there you should definitely not change the camera like this. You want to make the camera face the hill. Even though it preps you for later. That's just at least like what I was told before by Stiv. What he told Tag. Oh no. It looked like it went even with the normal strat. With a backflip. I feel like. Damn, that tournament was close. I don't really have a visual cue for this jump. I just sort of wing it. But you definitely want to aim for the ground. It's hard. I know that at least if you lose a health in Mumbo's Mountain somewhere, then you can just jump here in Talon Trot. And it'll have like the same effect as your first Jiggy, where you don't lose time if you're in Talon Trot. Only if you lose a health in Mumbo's Mountain, though. And I don't think it actually loses time, because my gold for TTC early talks to Bottle Twister and he refills my health. Yeah, you need a Rat-a-tat wrap later. You should also not hold A as much there, because you obviously want to like try and land like right before the door instead of on it. Yeah, you just need a Rat-a-tat like right at the ground if you can. It's honestly probably better to just tank the Talon Trot than tanking a full Rat-a-tat wrap. It's pretty solid. Nice. feel like you definitely want to jump to turn instead of jumping after you turn. I don't know if that's just a bad habit, but you see the slide making it corner instead of just the slide ending right here. That's a tiny bit of time loss, albeit it's not a lot. Oh no. I actually did that a couple weeks ago. I remember that. I don't know if you if you keep it in mind, but when I'm going towards this tree, I'd like to make sure that I'm on like the very edge of this round pathway, because this is like the highest point. Pretty sure like right here is where you want to jump from, because that's the highest point on the ground. That was some solid swimming. I suck at this room so much. Honestly, we might be able to skip these feathers, but probably a nice safety net. It would save half a second. You can like push the threshold for like walking off there a lot more. I'm not so great at it myself, but that's just what I've always noticed when I was watching like Stiv's VODs and stuff. Oh no, the jump. Yeah, those are probably the best ones to skip. A lot of other fillers are like usually in the way. I also skip these ones here. I don't know if you do. Yeah, you do. Okay, good. That looks pretty solid. Or are you doing this strat where you get in and out? Oh, I don't like this strat. I was trying to time that before, but I was timing it with the old method, with the old order of getting the Jinja, and I couldn't get it to be faster. It probably is, but like I couldn't get it to be faster. So right here, I think you would want to do 8, right? It's slightly different for you because you have a bit more extra height here. 1. Okay, I should look at the feather count. One. Yeah, I think you want to do 8 at that Jinjo. It's slightly different for me because I'm like lower. That's how I did it before. You just want to make sure to press the A buttons a bit faster than normal because it'll give you less height. Because if you do 8 feathers at the Jinjo, it gives you a tiny bit too much height. So I'm pretty sure, I think, I can't remember, but I think staying up this platform like lags a bit more. I just fall off there, personally. This can make that cycle. That one cycle is good. I feel like it's better to just do 2 short hops. Because I think it looks like you're trying to do long hops to get to the corner before you do your next jump. But that often results in like extra slides, I think. Extra long slides. I just do short hops around this spiral. Blocky spiral. Right here as well, go back. I don't even get this feather. I aim for this part of the X right here. Like right, even a bit more up right here. Then I roll off like right here. That's the closest that's the closest line towards the box, and it's the closest line off the pillar, or off the mountain. I don't go over the flight pad anymore and get the feather. Because if you aim for the corner, it'll just delay, like, when you fall off the mountain. Oh boy. That wasn't that bad. That was like not bad. Better than the other possible mistakes. I noticed that you hesitate there. What I like to do is the best I've done, like when I was testing it, I like to right like before this line right here, I jump, and if I do that, then I don't have to hesitate. But if I jump like right on the line, then it's kind of cutting it because I sometimes go over the first note, but it allows me to keep my slide. So just try to jump like either before that line or like right on that line. Just a tiny hop, and you should be able to land on the first note without hesitating. Well, like, right here. Joystick was neutral, right there. That's what I mean by hesitating. I don't leave my joystick neutral there at all. I just keep holding the direction. I actually think it might be better to, like... I haven't tried this at all yet, but I think it might be better to take a slightly wider turn so you can grab this jiggy while you're holding straight right. And I think if you do that, then you can, like, get out of the alcove a bit earlier, but I haven't tested it as much. It's sort of a recent idea I've had from runs. But this is generally how I do it now, I think. I really don't like this section just because it's so laggy. But that's... Oh, are you? Oh yeah, I do remember that, I think. I just remember I did it once by accident, like a few days ago. And it's happened to me by accident a lot more before, but I sort of made a tiny connection in my mind. It's hard to time as well. It's good. It's not bad. I think that's fine. I noticed that you drop your slide here. It seems I don't know if you've timed this or not. I assume you have, so I've never questioned it before. I like to just keep my slide, but I think it sometimes prevents me from getting a good line. So it looks kind of awkward. That's an interesting setup. I would just suggest doing the and or BMO setup. Easy. You have to make sure your camera is like either straight with these notes or very slightly to the right. Slightly to the right is more ideal. Then you keep the camera without changing it here. Stand right there and poop egg straight up on the joystick. Then just change the camera while you go to the bottles. What I also am doing now is right here, I get into talent shot while I'm talking to bottles. Because then it allows me to see where I'm going afterwards. After the cutscene ends. I just find it a lot nicer. You're able to get into talent shot with the end or BMO setup. But you don't keep the talent shot, obviously, but it's just nicer to see where you're going. I can't tell if you keep it in mind there, but you probably do. But I just try to keep try to go like pretty much as low as possible before I press A twice. I find this section, I don't actually know the timing on this, but I think there's like a sweet spot on your joystick that you can hold, like, and you'll like take a perfect line straight down instead of having to move your joystick up and down like this. I don't know if it actually affects the timing or not. That's what I've been doing. That looks kind of bumpy if he goes up and down like that. I know that right here, at least, when you're doing this quick dive down, you definitely want to make sure to just tap A for that note and don't hold A any longer, because it's actually better if you start your slide earlier on, because that means you can get into Talon Trot earlier when you land. There you had to wait a tiny bit before you got into Talon Trot. Pretty sure you can cut the line a lot more there. Oh, that sucks. It's pretty deceptive. Did you do that movement on purpose? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's not faster. I tried timing that before. Wait, let me see. I couldn't get that to be faster, at least when I was timing it. This is the 75. That's an interesting line to the O. I'm trying it for fun, yeah, okay. I had that idea like a few months ago, but it wasn't any faster. It was a bit slower. I actually don't know if that line to the O was optimal or not. It might be. I struggle thinking about this. I have to see it from a top-down perspective to see the lines properly. What I started to do here was just mashing the button that you used to get into Talon Trot instead of mashing the other C button. Just a lot easier for me. That guy sucks. Oh, you use R there? Yeah. I think Stiv did that as well. I think it might be good to zoom out here at some point in order to just see the gruntling. I have a small visual cue for this. I like climb up and then right when I see Banjo's nose passes like one of these black lines, I jump and then I try to beak bust after he passes like one, then the second black line. That's my visual cue for like the beak bust, although it's kind of hard to see in fast motion. That's my general estimate that I use. I don't know why there's sometimes two grunty texts. I think it's just weird grunty timers. Some of it could be because of how good or bad you did the other sections of the layer, but I think there is also some randomness to it. I haven't found anything consistent for it. In FFM speedruns, you are able to manipulate that by standing at the entrance of Furnace Fun for a while, or by killing Grunty. But I don't think there's any way to manipulate that in No FFM. What I like to do here now is I do the same thing you do with the camera. I hold R and try and make it like straight with one of these crossing lines. And then, right when I'm beak busting, I quickly mash C left 2 times quickly. I say quickly twice. And then, I'm pretty sure after that, I'm able to... I'll just go there. I'm pretty sure I'm able to just, beak bust, or roll straight up on the joystick. I roll straight up. And there's like a tiny black line right in front of me. I'll try to jump on it. Right here. Right after you pass this black dot, this black spot on the ground, that's when I start my backflip. And then that lets me get up as high as I need to. Oh no, it's so sad. Yeah. If you keep that camera, then it's like between the notches, which is annoying. The right angle. Wait, I want to see one thing. It's fine. I was just seeing that Jinja, because you can cut the line. You can cut the the line for that Jinja really tight. Very lenient. Oh god. Yeah, you definitely just want to hold up a lot earlier. Like, I would hold up right there, I believe. I think you might do that as well, but I'd just hold up really early. It's always hard to pinpoint when I'm watching a VOD, because it always looks very early when I do it compared to other people. Whenever I try to pause on the spot where I say you should hold up, it's like the other person holds up right at that same time. What's up, slut boy? Oh, this is rough. Oh, yeah. You definitely just want to do the same, like, kind of swimming where you stop on that note. If you do the intermediate cycle like that. I'm just gonna continue. Analyze marshmallows. Run. I'll pass on the analysis. Although that may or may not be a showcase coming soon to TM. I found that, I'm pretty sure it's better to manually start your dive here instead of letting it auto-dive with the roof. Because then you surface a bit earlier up here, which will allow you to jump a bit earlier. Because normally you'd end that stroke a bit earlier. There's like 1, 2... Here you're already like super close to this box. I don't think you have to be that close. Wait, was that right? Hold on a second. You can jump a lot earlier, I'm pretty sure, after that talon trot. Jump. What I've been doing there now is, I've never fluttered here. I'm pretty sure that loses a tiny bit of time. I hold Z here and just jump and like, press or time A to backflip while holding a direction on the joystick. Like your joystick was neutral there. I don't keep my I don't have as much momentum as you do because of the flutter. The flutter is why you have to hold, why you have to go to a neutral joystick. But since I don't flutter, I can keep my joystick moving in like the entire time. Still 23. The double. I got a 24 here in practice recently with both rings. Ring jumps, which is kind of cool, which is nice. It's hard though. Like my first time ever. Should definitely... What I do there is I hold Z during the loading zone and I hold slightly left or straight up. Did you do that actually? I don't know, I'm blind. I can see your inputs, even though you can't see mine. Yeah, you have a neutral joystick here. I hold Z while I'm coming out of the loading... Or I hold slightly left or straight up while I'm coming out of the loading zone. What's up, Lucario? Yeah, and it's No FFM too. I would definitely hold R on the way to the first note, on the jump to the first note. But it's fine for the most part. Solid timing, the classic, the good strat. I've been failing that so much recently. I don't know if it's good to jump without fluttering that early there. I pretty much jump flutter as soon as I touch that note. Because jumping from a pole doesn't keep you at high speed. Which is annoying sometimes. I don't know how I feel about this camera. I like to use the camera where I can see the wall, because I have a visual cue on the wall here. It's that black square right here. I think it's right before Banjo's feet, like, crosses it. That's when I jump off. That's fine. But you do it for the notes coming up, interesting. As long as you can find a good replacement visual cue, because I wouldn't know how to optimally do that. I'm pretty sure on this half pipe, I've been keeping it in mind recently, but I haven't been the best at implementing it. I'm pretty sure it's just faster to like try your best to hug the left side of the pipe. It's kind of hard though, and it's risky, obviously. It's pretty simple, Captain Dingpot. There are English tutorials online, English instructions. What's up, footy? Come on. Nice. Ugh. I definitely think holding down during this loading zone, I'm pretty sure you do this in FFM as well. I think holding down during this loading zone is like more powerful than in FFM. If you can land, go back. If you can land like on the side of the flight pad that's like on a lower level, then that'll actually save you like a small amount of time, because you'd have to hold up slightly less. This is fine for the most part. I just like, I hold up for 2 flaps, I let go for a couple flaps, then I hold up for another 2 flaps, and then I'm basically at a level where I can just slightly tilt up and get the jiggy. That was a really good jiggy grab. I'm so bad at that. This room was like really good. I didn't. Okay, well, except for that, I cursed it. That was a fluke. Okay, yeah. I'm also very bad at that. Oh no. This part's fine. I don't... Alright, let's do the same thing here. It's definitely more powerful here because it'll actually save you time. Definitely hold slightly right of straight up while you're like leaving this loading zone, instead of not holding anything. And I think it's faster to... I'll go do this now, but I'm pretty sure... I think it's hard to time, but I think it's faster to jump flutter up to this corner instead of up here. Something that I saw from Dee Dee's thing that made me want to retime it, and it's very, very close, but I think it's slightly faster. Water raised. Oh, wait. Hold Z. Oops. Slightly left. Oh, right. Slightly right. Oh, actually, I held up right here. Fuck you. Why isn't there flanker raised option? Oh? Where there was before. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we have to go to the main area. That's the problem. Excuse me. Have to turn on G. Which side is it? It is that side, right? Where's the guild? Oh, there. Let me in! Let me in! What's up, Sean Cooper? Morning. Alright. For this one, I actually hold like upright pretty much. Upright, and I switch to up. Damn it. Ugh. So hard to handle the muscle ring. Maybe a slightly right up. How do I do this? I know I was. You see, I was in town. But I was doing this really well before. Past broadcasts would be easier to like find a better example of that. Something like that. Something like that. Long time fan. What's up, garlic? You can definitely try and like cut your line or not zigzag as much for those feathers. Those feathers are pretty easy to do because like it doesn't even matter if you miss a feather. So you may as well cut it as much as you can. I don't... Wait. I can't tell if you actually were or not, but you shouldn't be holding slightly down on the joystick. I don't think you were. I think you should just let the slope push you up. Nice. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. The gold! No! I don't like holding R here because it faces the BGS puzzle area and all that water. I turned the camera the other way. Like I turned it this way. I think as long as you jump as early as you can here, it doesn't matter where you land. Because then you just backflip as soon as possible. Yeah, the setup is very, very straightforward. I like to jump more into the slope there to cut my line. Look at that. Can you do this here? Yeah, that's good. That's good feather order. Jump for the second feather, then slide, jump, then slide to the button. It's important to slide to the button. I think you want to surface a tiny bit more to the left. That's not a huge deal. What's up, Eric's? What's up, Brandino? Morning. I think you might do something different than I do here. Yeah, I just do a big jump into the tunnel instead of a small jump. Gets me the same result in that it gets me into the tunnel properly, but maybe your way gives you a better jump pattern, or jump flutter pattern. Because the way I do it gives me a kind of shitty jump flutter pattern. Doesn't look like it. I think what you want to do is you want to try and surface very slightly later than what you usually would do. Like right there, or a tiny bit earlier into your stroke. That's where you would want to surface. Just any stroke, and then you would want to start jump fluttering. And I think you'd want to cut your jump flutters as short as possible without doing the like flutter cancel in the water. Sometimes I throw in an extra long jump flutter, but I started just walking for the beginning there instead of jumping. But I don't know what's actually worth. I'm pretty sure this is one of the slopes where you want to do big jumps up. And right there, you want to try and... It's very minuscule, but you want to try and slide down that downhill slope by jumping here a bit earlier. I think it's fine for the most part. I literally could not see any timing difference between going onto that platform, like where the BGS hut is, and not going there. I couldn't find any difference at all. I just go there. Yeah, okay. Oh no. Yeah, that sucks a lot. I think you like wanted to do the right thing there. Pretty sure. That was a pretty decent text skip. I tried to skip the text a tiny bit earlier, but I don't think you lost any time. No, it was just very little. Wait! It's actually kind of funny. I like how you you slide to the second note, then jump to the third one. I actually specifically switched that because I saw you do the opposite. I jump to the second note and slide to the third instead. That's kind of funny. It makes more sense because you can jump earlier. You can jump as soon as you touch it. Whereas with jumping to the third note, you have to wait till you land to jump away. I don't do this flutter. I don't know if you... I don't do this flutter, but I know that right around there is when you want to do the jump. Whether you flutter or not, you want to do the jump there. Or a tiny bit earlier, even. Yeah, it happens to me too sometimes. You can technically, like, start your jumps on the third cluck, but it has to be really tight. Like, you should barely be able to hear the third cluck. Which just means that you can, like, wait a teeny tiny bit after you hear the second cluck to jump. But it makes a good difference, I think, feeling-wise at least. Ooh, I don't know about that. It makes sense getting the line by jumping up here, but I don't like jumping onto that token and then turning back without a jump. Or like, I don't know. Seems weird. I feel like turning back like that landing and then turning back is worse than doing a curve to turn. I can go there right now. This is like not concrete. Like, I'm not 100% positive on what the mechanic... Go away, B. On what the mechanic, like, on how it works. But, this is how I, like, assumed it to be. Where's... Oh, I see it. I go, like, here. Then I do that. Pretty sure. Something like that. It also allows me to get an extra egg. But, oh god, I don't know how to do it without, you know, being in a room. Something like that. That usually works for me. Yeah, I do a full jump for the grab. Well, I think the main difference is that I land before the token. You land on the token, and then you turn back. Like, you land... Oh shit, oh shit. You land like this, and then turn back. I land moving in the direction... Or like sliding in the direction where I land, and then I turned as I'm sliding. I think it just makes it smoother, but again, I'm not entirely sure if that's how the mechanic works. That sucks. I should practice that strat again. It's kind of rough. Oh, rip, you did 3 feathers there. Okay, let me see. You can get into gold feathers a bit later. You can get into gold feathers really late here. And, you definitely want to jump as soon as you kill the second last crab, the penultimate. Maybe I pulled it. Guy, gold feathers right when you land on me. That's what you want to do. I think jumping actually makes like a tiny bit more lag, like doing a big jump as early as possible. But I think that severely helps with getting 2 feather snippets or snippets instead of 3. I would definitely have started from the bottom one there, instead of that one, I think. But that's not too difference. Alright, nice. That was interesting. I feel like I haven't done that before, but the concept was right. I feel like I don't like doing the jump like you do there, because I do see that you can keep your momentum, but I ran into this issue that you ran into right here, where you have to hesitate. You're like jumping into the wall a tiny bit. Keep your momentum, but now you're like over this note and you have to stop a tiny bit and you're like running into the wall. Oh yeah. Rip. What's up, Dave? That was pretty clean. Oh, this guy's in the worst spot. I don't like this spot. It's not bad though. Walking to the health after. Interesting. No audio, okay. I definitely would have. What I do there a lot of the times is when I'm rolling from here to there, I do a big jump and then I peck to get to this platform. That usually kills the dragonfly. No. Looks like you did that as well. Oh yeah, starting on pink, what a jerk. That's like the worst possible pattern you could have gotten on round 1. That sucks. It actually is the worst possible pattern you could have gotten on round 1. I'm skipping this. Oh, do you get it here? Actually, I don't think you did. I've gotten it here twice before. I definitely would have done that same thing, just walked for that. But that means that here you should beak bust for this, for sure. Not there. Yeah, but yeah, you do that, that's good. I think you do this differently than I do. I don't actually know it's supposed to be faster, but the movement that I do inside tank top for getting to the 3 notes after tip top. Start like right here. I just walk down the slope because it's a downhill slope. I have this up. Yeah, you go above 700 there for a good bit. You just want to take a wide angle. Whereas if you jump, stay at 700, stay at 700. You definitely want to walk down here, take a wide turn, and then jump when you reach the ground. The notes. What's up, Ander Bemo? Morning. Thanks for the raid. This guy was live for like 7 hours or something. Oh, I don't like that jump. I definitely would have slid over this very steep like part right here and then jumped. Because doing a jump on a hill like that only retains the speed that you had on that slope. Whereas if you waited to slide onto this flat ground and then jumped, your speed would have been like normal at 700. But for that duration of that jump, you were like below a speed of 700. That's not bad. Way too long, yeah. Looks fine. It's actually not that bad of a BGS. I want to check something real quick. Yeah, you left here at 613. My gold I got the other day left there at like 601. It was crazy. I'm not too concerned with this as long as you know how to do it. I don't think it's worth worrying. I know that people tend to jump a bit too late when they're jumping in the swamp, and it makes them slow down a lot more. So I've been trying to push the threshold recently and just jump as soon as I touch the ground. Most people do that from what I've noticed. I like to jump in gold feathers personally. I'm usually at 5 gold feathers here, I believe. But I think, but you used one extra. You definitely should have just turned back the other way there. You used one extra at the flip it, so it's whatever. It's the same amount. I wonder if we should start doing the movement that I mentioned during my timings. I'd probably want to time it first, but probably better to do this. Well, this first. Jump here, then jump back, then peck. Pretty sure it needs to be. Try that again. Oh, damn it. Selected right. Bum ba dum ba dum. Bum bum ba dum. Oh, it doesn't. Interesting. I think that would be the movement that you should do. Maybe. But it does not have to be a flip. Oh, nice washi. I know that this line here... Yeah, this is right. Like the right side of that. Maybe. I could see that. But the red feather, man. I want the red feather. Alright, I'm not gonna look at file. I don't care about file. I actually still don't know what's fastest movement here. Going around it from the left, from the right, or above. I have no idea. I feel like that's something you have to task in order to know for sure. Too bad Brad's task is outdated and guess the snippets flippets Jiggy as BK. Oh, that guy sucks. I'm just gonna say this. I don't have much to say about that dragonfly. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I definitely make sure to skip the bottles text while I'm chomping, because there's definitely a chance that Grunty talks, and it sucks when she talks, because then it delays the mumbo text. I like that line. That was a really good line. For that one, I just jump flutter up instead of roll jump flutter. I find it to be a lot easier. I think it's probably a lot easier for the 180 note door as well. But whatever. I roll jump flutter for the 180 note door. Not bad. I don't know if it's... Have you timed whether it's faster to jump to these feathers or not? I want to see what you do on your joystick. I think it's definitely wise to get both notes there if possible, both notes on the slope, because, well, if you can. I get the lower one. I think if you had to choose one, I think the lower one would be better, because if the Jiggy falls down the slope, then you want to make sure that you get the notes, if you haven't already. Get the notes on the slope before getting the Jiggy, because you'll just slide off after the Jiggy, and you don't want to climb back up for the notes. Ripped. I've done that too a few times. Okay, I want to see this. I like taking a single jump to that note before shooting the eggs instead of 2 jumps. I find it to be a bit smoother, personally. But I don't think it makes much of a difference if you do it optimally. So... Alright, so right here, I just noticed on your input display, I don't know if you know, you might, you should definitely skip that second bottle's text by only using B, because then you'll never accidentally get a camera turn. So skip the first text while holding LB and then tap R, then just let go of all the inputs and just use B only to skip the second bottle's text. I turned the camera like 2 more times, I believe, before I take off and hold R. I find it to be a bit easier, but this setup is kind of jank. Let me see. Oh, well, that sucks. Yeah, I don't know if you can get both notes. Wanted to see, stay right there. One, then I hold R. Something like that. But not bad. If it's like really big and clunky, if it's closer to a cube than like a rectangle, then it's likely a CRT. It's cathode ray tube, whatever the hell. It's mostly, from what I know, it's just like chunky. I didn't see this. I want to see this. That's fine. You have to hold a really awkward angle here. I can't really explain it. It's sort of a feeling thing. I'm gonna... Our button ready. Ba-da-na-na-na. Chances are it's probably not a CRT then. That's what I do. I get that note there. Dude, just... That's 1, 5 up, peak bomb, which like that on joystick, except don't do that. God damn it. I'm pretty sure I hold straight right while I do the 2 A presses. I'm pretty sure, and I think slightly down. I think it's a lot easier if you use 3 feathers instead of 2. Oh my god. Button. Some of them are flat, yeah, for sure. I had my last CRT, or had a flat. Wasn't necessarily a flat screen, but had a flat screen. I'm just gonna do this so you can copy my input display. Look at that. God damn it, dude! Okay, except later. That pisses me. It's so much easier in runs. But it is kind of hard. I want to do it. I want to do it. I'm gonna bonk. Calculated. What? Okay, I didn't calculate that one. There were flat screens in 2004 and 2006. There were definitely also CRTs. Oh, it doesn't keep you in flight. That's how I do it. Now I have like a perfect angle to beat bomb again. That was like ideal to me, I think. Ideal in the sense that it sets you up really nicely. And yeah, whatever the hell you want there. I think it's hard to decide here, but what I do is I slide a tiny bit after I get this present, then I do a single jump out. It's really hard to decide because you don't want to do a big jump out, but also two small jumps are like a tiny bit too much. I think it might be worth just sliding after you touch the ground, just a tiny bit, and then doing like a medium jump out. Do you hold? Wait. Looks like you are. Actually, wait, I want to see that again. Hold on a second. Oh, you hold R a lot earlier than I do. I hold R a lot later. Jump out. I just do a big jump down. Then I hold R like that. Something like that. I think it's a bit better, because you're like really far to the right here. I'm a lot more to the left. Although I might be a bit too much to the left, but I don't know. This is also movement that I've seen a lot of people do. The way you do this here is you go all the way up to right here. You stand right here. Then your joystick is neutral right there for a second. You're going slightly to the right, and then you're going up. What I do here is I try to make my camera more or less straight with this. I adjust if not, if it's like different. So like if it's straight up with this, then 1, 2. Wait, no. Like from here. Then I jump from like here, then I just hold straight up. Like right when I land. My joystick is never neutral here. This is something Steve even did, I think, wrong. In my opinion, at least. A lot faster movement, I think. And it's not hard. It's not as hard as it looks, I think. I feel like jumping down there might be slower, but it also might be worth, because walking down like I just did there is kind of hard. I'm not so great at it myself. And walking down there is slightly faster than keeping your slide and like sliding down, skipping a note and leaving it for later. But whatever, whatever works. It's fine. Oh god, this looks so awkward. I don't know why this is different in No FFM. It's kind of weird. Don't watch this. I've noticed it a tiny bit too. Like, it felt cleaner for me when I went back to 100% for like a day with FFM. But like, I don't know. I definitely think you want to approach this thing from the side instead of the top. It's just a bit better, I think. Don't leave members. Oh, okay. Wait, I want to see something. I'm pretty sure I hold up a lot earlier than you do there, but it looks like you land at a defined time, so it doesn't really matter. I think big jumps might be better here. Because you definitely don't want to land on the note. You want to slide into the notes, right? Then jump to turn. Do you know the setup for this? There's a good setup for this. I'm gonna kill these guys. Aren't some of them downhill? A good point. I just remember that I was losing time to Steve there, and I just switched to what he did. Alright. Okay, you turn the camera like that normally, then you tap, well, you wait for it to turn fully, then you tap C left one more time, kill it. Now after this cutscene, you hold Z and get into you hold Z and then you just basically mash C left 3 times quickly. 1 to get into talent shot and 2 to change the camera. I think I might have done it wrong there because I fat fingered a different button, but you should be able to just jump straight down now. And I think sliding off might be better than jumping off. I actually haven't timed it yet because it's just an idea I had like yesterday when I did it by accident. But I have been jumping off until now. I think sliding off might be better. But the general setup is wait, I missed him. Hello? Oh yeah, I missed that. Okay. Turn. Do that. 1, 2, 3. Then the setup that Univen had. Oh shit. The setup that Univen had to like not mess up the thing is to jump down. Then right there is when you start holding like left and up, leftish. Right when you pass the like white part of the top hat. Then you can do that. I think I would get this jiggy now. But it's also kind of hard to see. I don't know. This jiggy is a mystery. Probably some good way to time it. But I'm kind of lazy for that. They look fine to me. I think if you get the earlier note, getting the second note on the slope is easier than getting the third note on the slope, from my experience personally. But it's still kind of a mystery to me on exactly how that slope works. That was a really good thing. If you probably don't want to jump flutter there. It was a really good peck though. I don't know if going clockwise is better. This is what I've been doing. Is you can just skip the Jinjo. But I've heard someone say that maybe we could try the normal note order. Get 3 notes and then jump like from here across to the second note with a straight line without the Jinjo. But that seems a bit excessive. Especially because you have to transform right after as well. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Good enough line. Jumping as walrus, just like, I don't know, it just feels weird to me. Like, there's a couple jumps that feels good to me, like going from here, even though you turned a bit before you jumped. Like going from here to this. I think just steep angle changes work better as the walrus. I feel like the slight angle changes would be faster in a task setting, but like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to me. Can't really explain it. That jump feels right though, when you like jump to turn there. You can just hold up there instead of holding slightly left of up to get to that note. And definitely like aim for the front of that note instead of on the note. Yes. That sled kind of sucks, getting on that sled. I do 2 small jumps, but I still sometimes miss. I'm pretty sure what you want to do here is not walk into the water downhill like that. I time my jump, like I start my jump like right here, and I make the jump big enough so I land at the bottom of the slope. So then right after I can do a jump on the slope, because doing a jump on slopes with the sled actually gives you a speed boost. That's a lot of speed that I gained there. And then I continue jumping like from there, the jiggy to that. I'm pretty sure, but yeah. There you can like react a lot quicker. For this race, you really have to react as quick as possible, and make sure you're on the right side here, then the left side obviously, and then the side. Here, you can aim a lot more right than you think. I feel like, from my experience when I was practicing this, you can aim a lot more right on this slalom specifically than you think. And you should be like at about the same part as Boggy is right here. Then right here is when you should start just walking down. I think you should be a lot more down that slope than you think. A lot steeper. Personally, I found that doing a big jump after that note is nicer. But I don't know, that might just be preference. It feels a lot better for me. And then yeah, you have to make sure that you get ahead of Boggy here. Now this kind of sucks. You can only get 2 notes at the end if you're ahead of Boggy at this point. Then you wanna... I'm pretty sure what you want to do here actually is jump not on the note, but like on the wall, on the slope. And then jump off. And then you get a lot more speed, I'm pretty sure. That's what I've been doing, at least. I just do a big jump here and then a small jump. Like a big jump into the water and then a small jump. At least you got the note, that's good. And you get both notes, that's pretty good. This is definitely a distance where you'd want to jump. Poor Ricardo. I feel like you often jump onto notes instead of in front of them. Like, I would cut my jump here. I would stop jumping here, then just walk into this note and then jump as soon as I touch it, instead of doing an extra jump and like landing on the note. That's an interesting camera. It's also an interesting line up there. I haven't timed any of those. Might try that out. Oh, I didn't realize I was there. Got a buggy. Bum, bum, bum. That's fine. I think it's fine, for the most part. 3 seconds. Can't guarantee that, but maybe. I kind of like that line you do there with the big jumps. It seems pretty smooth. I always say a lot of things seem smooth, or like they seem faster to me. Most of those things that I've timed, but some of those things I like can't really time. But right here, I'll show you my real cue where I stop moving. Not entirely sure if it would be. Yeah, it should be faster because you travel an extra distance. Get into talent trap. I do a tiny jump up left and then just up. And that basically puts you on the right track. Big jump here, then spam A. Right here, 1 dot here and 1 dot here. Right between, you can see there's like this one smaller dot right here. I peck on this dot and then I shoot. That's the earliest you can shoot. Shoot before that, too low. I think if you shoot on it, it's too low. But if you peck on this dot, it's good. Then you go up here, up, and then you do the stuff. Oh, that's unfortunate. I need to work on jump fluttering up there. I feel like everyone does that except me. I don't actually know if I'm losing time to it or not. You can beak bust a lot earlier there. Beak busting there barely saves time. I forgot the input that I was supposed to press. No. Where's the other spot? Like, you can do that, and you'll already die. I like how you warm up punch cancels there. It's kind of neat. I might do that, but I feel like it might not make a difference for me. I feel like it's so annoying, but I really want to personally get to the point where I can recognize the pause, the talent drop pause, whoops, and like do it that fast. I feel like it's possible. It's definitely possible, but it's kind of hard. I definitely want to get to that point personally. I'm not great at it yet. That's my worst part about like bit clips, is recognizing the talent drop pause. Cold controller, damn. Looks pretty good. That was really good, though. Those last 3 were really solid. we've had this discussion about these 4 notes before. I'm too lazy to change my ways, and I think it probably doesn't make any difference, really, any real difference. Oh, do you not do the double roll here? Some people struggle. I used to struggle with it. Now I've like figured it out. I don't do. I don't double roll. Why not? You're powerful. What do you mean they don't work? Yeah, they work. Just have to make sure to do down and B at the same time. Easy. And do all that. Hello? Oh, there we go. I don't hold down there. I don't hold down during the loading zone, no. That's a nice camera right there. I came up with like a visual cue. If you might want to play with it on a double egg bounce strat here, that would save like half a second. I'm kind of like hesitant on implementing it, but this is what it is. Obviously this movement. What do I do? Yeah, okay, in here I zoom out early, and I press the 2C left presses like kind of early. Here. Here, and I jump up to this. Oh my god! I jump up to this black line here, then I peck forward, and then I poop an egg down left. So in fast motion, it should look something like this. Okay, well, not like that. It's been a while since I practiced. Okay. Something like that. Then you have to like walk down a bit and then roll. Do something like that. Yeah. I've played with that a bit. I'm not 100% on if I'm going to implement it now, but in case you wanted to play with that, it exists. And I'm pretty sure that setup is consistent. It's just a bit like awkward to do. I haven't failed that in a way where I don't know why it fails. I've only ever failed it just because it's like kind of hard to do. I need to get better at jumping off that that last box. I'm so bad at it. Pretty sure you still wanna cut that even more. Or not cut it, like take a wider turn. Exact opposite, actually. Like what I did right there, I jumped in this direction, and it was, like if I kept going in that direction, I go past the Jinjo. It's hard to do. You wanna be more down, a lot more down than it seems. Like, that's pretty decent. I drew a diagram. That's pretty decent as well. But yeah. What's up, Silver Banjos? Morning. Thanks for the raid. How was Pokemon Unite? You did something similar. It's just I think it could have been like a lot more angled down. I think you want to draw a line between this and this corner right here, then continue in that direction. Pretty sure. Honestly, this would be a perfect place for me to use no clip. I'd be famous. Nice. I was actually watching your Pokemon Unite stream for a bit. That was like the first time I saw Pokemon Unite. Looks interesting. Pokemon League of Legends. I like that camera you started doing there. I did a similar strat. Oh, the backflip. Unfortunate. I started copying what Stiv did here. I've never timed it, but I noticed one day Stiv changed this. And you've probably seen it. And it does look... I feel like it does look kind of bad starting out. Oh god, don't land. Just get the chicken. Watch this. I'm gonna get... Now just get with that. Never mind. Walk off and get into Talon Shot, like, right off the flight pad. And then jump. Land on that. It feels really smooth to me now. At the beginning, I was kind of hesitant because of how much you slide, but it's I don't know. I just copied Stiv there, pretty much. Pokemon Unite is like, I was surprised to see it was only like 10-minute matches, whereas because like I was used to League of Legends where it's like 45-minute matches and stuff like that. Kind of crazy. Oh, you do this note order. Nice, nice. I feel like I want to play with this area a bit more. And I want to be able to see... where this ghost is while I'm getting those first two notes. And do a different note order, different note order. Depending on where the dude is. There are definitely some times where it is kind of rare where you'd want to get this note first. Baby's first MOBA, yeah. Here I should probably do this first. Because the scout wasn't in the way. If I kept my slide there, I could have kept it throughout that whole section. But also, you already know that. Wait, why are you here? Go away. I curve here. And then jump towards the note. It's a bit weird because I feel like you might land on the note instead of sliding in front of it, but I basically just jump back as soon as I can. And that part's just a lot easier. When I was timing it, I like literally couldn't find any timing difference from like optimally between the two. And it's way harder to do this note than that note first, or this note then that note optimally because of the ghost. But yeah. Just takes a bit. Maze movement is hard. It's really, really funky. I would have gone for that same cycle, so good. Seems fine to me. For the most part. I like to hug the wall a lot more, because if you hug the wall a lot more, then the gravestone won't notice you until you're about to actually poop the egg into the pot. And it's important because I don't mention this in my tutorial because it's like the most minuscule detail, but you'd probably want to know about it. If you hug the wall a lot more, this gravestone won't notice you. He'll notice you later, which means that now you can talent trot and jump straight left instead of jumping slightly up straight left. Then do this part however you want. I've noticed the best line has you go over this gravestone, I'm pretty sure. So I jump over that gravestone now. I'm gonna skip Tumblr. Because I know you've gotten a 52 before, so you know how to do it, it's just stupid. Tumblr's hard. I like this movement. One time ever. In practice? Yeah, I don't go for it in runs. I try doing my best, but like, I feel like it's not worth it to go for it in runs because of how hard it is. Yeah, I've only ever gotten in practice as well. Oh no. I feel like you want to stand more far back there in order to give yourself a bigger window to jump. not a bad peak bus spot. Slightly to the right would be better, but it's fine. That's pretty solid. That's also really solid. Yeah, that was really good. That was like exactly how I visualized the lines. Going along this like sort of weird line, this black line, is exactly the right line you want, pretty much. Although there you could have jumped a tiny bit earlier, but still made it like easily. But yeah, I've gotten stuck on the wall there too. It sucks. I feel like I slide there instead of doing another jump, and then I like peck towards the front of the P when I like right when I cross the corner, and then I'm able to roll backflip. Yeah, I get that. Just like my trauma with the the trunker jiggy. Exact same thing. Oh, that you didn't have to do it. You could. I'm pretty sure you know that in retrospect, though. You can just like get that token on the way down from your launch instead of quitting your launch. That was pretty cool. I don't know. Yeah, I want to see this one more time. I think the most important thing here is making sure you roll and do the inputs for the backflip as soon as possible. Like, I roll and do the inputs for the backflip right here. But I like how you land on the right side of that key. I'm pretty sure you don't want to flutter there. I don't know if you've tried it. Yeah, you will be close enough. It works perfectly so that you're at the bottom of this black key before you actually take off. That's exactly what you want. The camera. Oh my god. That's how I do it. I like to... It's not the most optimal, but like it barely... This is like frames. I like to try and go towards the top of this key specifically, because it's easier to be at the top of the black key if you're already at the top here. Now, I definitely think it's more powerful to just jump up instead of jump fluttering. Well, I failed it there. God damn it, dude. I usually get that. I swear. I swear. Bad. I don't want to do Mach 10 again. Look at that. That's basically what I do. Because then, do you jump here? How much do you jump here? Oh, you walk up a bit. I just walk... You walk up here. Like, what... You beak bust this, jump flutter again, talent trap. Then you have to walk up, then go like that. What I do is slightly different. I go higher up. Then I go slightly to the right, then jump. Like that. Yeah. god. Obviously, like, fluttering after the backflip is best, but if you can get the flutter cancel, then get into talent shot. I find it really nice to just get in talent shot. Make sure, if you're not as far right as you can be, you have to play with it to get the feeling for it. Just walk a tiny bit, then do a big jump to this. Then start jumping. I find that to be really, really nice. And make sure you jump as soon as you touch the ground here. Because you'll always make enough distance there. But yeah. That's an interesting strategy. I just hold R then get in talent shot. I don't move like that, but I might honestly go back to mashing the C button there after the witch switch. That was a mistake. Yeah, I could tell. Well, I couldn't tell, but it didn't seem like it would be faster. Nice. I don't know if you would be comfortable switching your strat for that. I just do a tiny jump to the right. Fuck this. Stupid. Tiny jump to the right, peck on the dirt patch, and zoom out and see right once, and then it's like really, really good. Something like that. I feel like you could cut your... what do I do here? Do I do this the same way? Oh no, I slide. Yeah, I slide even on these. But like, it's faster, but it's way riskier, I feel like. I just have the muscle memory for it now. I also copied your strat here, where you turn the camera once like that. But I hold R between this and this note, and then I turn the camera once like that. Unless you do that here, I don't remember if you do. Oh, you use the C button. Oh, damn. Nice talent shot on the loading zone. No, whatever. This should be gold. Oh, you walk there. I do a tiny jump there. Normally, I think it's good to skip these eggs, but only if you're confident in your egg count. I only mentioned that because I was comparing one of my goals to like Stiv before, and I was like losing visible time there, and it annoyed me. You skipped those eggs, and I didn't. I don't know what exactly you were holding. Hold on a second. Holding a bit too far down. The optimal line would have you go right over this corner right there. I wasn't looking. Oh, damn. I like run into it Because then he knocks you like down towards the thing. That looks fine. Personally, I changed the camera earlier there, so I can see the note before I go down the stairs, but you had a good line anyway, so it didn't matter. I like to do big jumps as the pumpkin in the water where I can, just to like reduce potential lag. But, you know, lag. At the least, it wouldn't lose time to do big jumps, if you do it properly, that is, at least. Pretty sure you can like start making your way towards that fence, like, a bit before the Ripper like looks away from you. It's an interesting jump. I usually just walk down. Don't think it's a difference. What I try to do here is first I'm gonna pull this here. I try to walk down to this second stair and then start my roll, because then what you can do is jump into this coffin, and damn, I didn't do it there. And then like beak bust it, how you like optimally beak bust those like the buttons and stuff. God damn it, why does this stop? I wanna do it. I need to just make save states before I do these things. Wasting time. Did you see that? I used a gold, or I summoned the gold feather sign and I didn't use a gold feather. Proof that this game is bullshit. I'm just kidding. Right. No. Oh. Where it's common. Or it's more common than I'm making it look. That's how it should look. That's what I try to do. You can't. As far as I know. Yeah, you can't. They would break, right? If it like broke the coffin, it would break on the coffin. Reset strat here, let's go. Alright, skipping this. You've heard my rants about optimal menuing before. But did you just go down here? I go slightly left of down. That looked like it was just down. Interesting. I also started to not change the camera while I'm going towards that eye. I might switch back though, but I also might not. I don't know. Nice dog. That's fine. Wait, I want to see one. Oh yeah, that's right. The optimal line is just doing a short jump, just like upright, directly into the notch at the beginning of that loading zone. That's what you did. It's fine. Oh, you did the strat, nice. Doing the frame perfect definitely loses time, but honestly, I'm willing to lose that time to make this like a tiny bit less stressful. Got it. First try. Walk up and then go to the right. I should really copy that strat. Pretty sure you want to try and, if you can, I think you can just like turn back as soon as you get the Jinjo. Like, don't turn around, just like turn straight down, sort of like what you want to do in Clankers. After you're turning back on that first pipe. What I've noticed the best thing to do here, he's not, oh, he is gonna go away. I think you want to basically flutter right as soon as he like pops up. Or a tiny bit before. It takes a tiny bit of predicting, actually, I think. What you would want to do. Okay, so I can show the setup here. There's a really good setup here. And it uses an audio cue. Zamilk. I like saying it with the AFM. I don't know if it was good enough. I wasn't looking at the optimal. I was just saying that there's a really good setup here. I think you can. That's pretty good, but you can like let me see it in 1 second. I think you can do it a bit smoother. You could have some. Either way, I would definitely recommend this setup. Setup. You want to hold down right and listen for 2 clucks. Right as soon as you hear the second cluck, you want to jump. Awesome. Then 1, 1, 2. Then zoom out as soon as you get that third note. And it's as simple as that. So I have to. It's all muscle memory now, so I have to like do it before I can like explain it. Yeah, you jump and you press C right as soon as you jump, and then a few times quickly as you're sliding down to this note. Then you can jump back, and right when you jump from this note, you zoom out. That's the overall explanation. And should be like that. It's really, really smooth. Did you watch the tutorial earlier? I actually don't have that setup in the tutorial because that setup's a kind of like advanced. It takes a good bit to get used to. It took me like a solid like hour to get used to, but it's super worth it. It was one of the first things I taught Dee. You definitely wanna make sure you do short jumps. Yeah. You're gonna do a jump slightly after a big jump. Or a jump slightly longer than a short jump, that's what I meant to say. Then from here, short jump here, then you want big jump up. It takes getting used to, but it's definitely what you want to do. Definitely don't want to hold A any longer than you have to. So it would look like that. Pretty sure that's the only railing where you can do that, where you can just tap A to make it up. The other ones you have to hold A slightly. You could, yeah. That wouldn't be a bad idea, since this is the only the first No FFM one I'm doing. I think you could have, it's minuscule. You probably may have thought of this already while you were doing this, but you could have jumped a lot earlier there. You should aim to get the note, not during your roll, but during either the jump after the roll, during the flutter after the roll, or during the beak bust after the roll. Wait, hold on a second. I think, it's an interesting situation. Usually I roll a lot more onto this honeycomb button before I beak bust. I don't know if that would have manipulated this guy anymore, though. Oh yeah, but you don't need the honeycomb, so that's fine, actually. In this category. Did you? Nice. I get a 70. 69 is a good average to get. Solid is what you'd expect. It's the standard. I like where you stand here. I stand... The Jiggy actually spawns slightly to the right. It doesn't spawn in the center. So my mind is like... I have this like predisposition to stand right in the middle of the Jiggy. And it's bad because that doesn't make me stand at the as far towards the loading zone as I can. That was good. That was good. I like that. That's fine, I think. I usually wait a few flaps and then press A. You press A and then wait a few flaps. I don't know what difference there would be. Damn, gets bounced. I'm pretty sure you want to just walk down, mostly, as long as you're taking a good line. Like, walk down instead of start jumping down. Yeah, that was pretty high. I've been recently going a bit lower there, but some things still feel a bit finicky. Just a bit. And I've recently started going a bit more to the left, I think. Or a bit more to the right. I just hate landing on the slope. That's fine. Actually, I do a big jump right when the cutscene ends, and I go more up this slope, and then I slide down a bit more on the way to the note. You sort of take a little curve there. Oh no, touched R. Unless that's your setup. I'm not the best at this beak bomb. Oh no! Alright, it's a good height, but you just beak bombed too late because that happened. It is 2 flaps, yeah. It's 2 flaps, then hold up, but you want to beak bomb while the camera's changing, but the camera changes like pretty drastically, so it's kind of hard to time it. Oh, that could have worked. See, I would trust this less. It worked. Here, that's an interesting movement. Well, I don't know if you've seen what I do. Probably have. The flooded room. Yes, that is this room. We should like ask Littleroby to keep speed control on by default. I feel like a good idea. Oftentimes I'm too lazy to use speed control just because it's like... It's just interesting because I've seen you do something else before, and that's different than what I've seen you do before. Right when I get the token, I hold down left. Then I jump like that, except not as awkward. And something like that. I find that to be really clean. It's just that when you do that jump, you have to aim slow. You can't... What am I holding again? It's hard to remember. Yeah, when you jump off, you have to... So you get the token, hold down left, right when you land, you jump, but you have to jump slightly down of down left. You can't just use the notch, otherwise you go too far. Then you keep going. I like to just not change the camera here at all, it feels really nice. An interesting person. Oh no! Nice thing. I like to do a big jump right away. I think I take a steeper angle. I'm gonna do that one more time for a reference. I peck. Then I got that. Normally I would jump back, but I feel like that was pretty solid. But that varies for me personally. Sometimes I have to wait a tiny bit, but other times I'm able to just go right away. Yeah, it's well, the normal backup is to have that camera that everyone has. Like the normal backup, the standard backup is to make his nose face straight to the right. Then make like you can even use like this line as an example, this seam on the ground, make that right, make that straight. Then do a big jump from the bottom, then a small jump, then jump back. Then when you see his nose, then peck. Make sure you aim for the nose because it's lower. But when I fail like this, I just use the opposite camera, and then do the same jump pattern, and then jump back. The only issue with that is that some people might not be used to the peck timing because there's no other visual cue. I'm just used to the timing, so I'm able to peck like at the right time. I would have done like one more jump before jumping off there, but your way might be faster. I mean, you start taking a better line earlier. I don't know. Morning, Maho Maho, morning. Thanks for the good luck and the have fun. Oh, that quick dive sucks. I've actually wanted to, I have to do this. I don't want to do this. Oh, it's not even raised. Oh. Oh. That sucks. I'm just gonna point it out here. You probably do it. I jump from like right here. I do one jump, towards this corner right here. Then I jump off and land like right here and slide off. And taking a damage in the sand isn't actually that bad. I've been meaning to try and figure out exactly what causes the Slaplet to take 5 hits and what causes it to take 4 hits. Because if I know how to do that consistently, then I would probably take a damage in the sand because it's faster. I feel like in this section you just gotta like suck it up, bite the bullet, and like take really steep turns. But yeah. I feel like I've tried that too, but I feel like sometimes I still take 4 hits. I don't know why. I feel like it might be a speed thing with how fast you're falling into into the Slapper's hand. That was a pretty nice setup. That's not bad. You want to slide towards his like arm and then peck towards him, just so he stops earlier, and you don't have to wait as long. See, like that one, you went like pretty far into him, and he took 4 health. That's interesting to me. Like usually, what I can recognize when I'm able when he takes 5 health, based off of how I recoil. Sometimes you recoil like lower into his wrist. Sometimes you're a tiny bit higher. And I think when you're a bit lower, that's when he takes 5 hits. I have an idea though, but I'll test it like later on, my own time. This is my own time, but later on. You actually think that damage is worth it there? I feel like it wouldn't really make a difference compared to just taking it safe later on. Like in that situation, if I have 4 health, I just like take an extra damage at the last note there, because like it's just safer. I've only ever failed the 3 like health speed shoot section here one time ever, but still nice to have that comfortability. I guarantee. Especially because sometimes you might like mess up just the normal movement up until that point. I still don't know if I agree with like just walking off there. I like to slide off, then just land in the sand before the slide finishes. Oh, yep, that does happen. I like how you knew that. You can actually like Falcon found this before. Oh, Gobi's not there. You can like actually roll up Gobi. Gobi's hitbox is like a triangle, and you can roll up his neck and then beak bust, and then jump beak bust, like, hit the back of him. Kind of finicky though. But it's only ever relevant if you fail, if you have to do this jump without speed shoes. I need to speed this up a bit more. This is going an okay pace. It'd be like an hour or more at most, I think. Because the rest is like the same. But I know for this slope you want to stay as far right as possible. Even over here you want to be like, ideally you'd want to go over this, like over the slope, or over the like actual floor here. Like cut the corner. That makes sense. Like your shadow wouldn't be on the ramp with the optimal line. That's fine. I feel like this layer section kind of sucks. I don't like this layer section. I hate the variability in this layer section just because of the pecks to the post and the peck to the box platform. Other than that, it's like fine. Oh, that jump flutter pattern was unfortunate. I would definitely not jump peck into that. I would definitely peck it like that. That's one of the easiest ones to do it with. Definitely don't jump peck into it, because then you just take slightly longer to land. Definitely just peck it like that. Because Trotless doesn't matter, Karthus. Is a category. But is it really? Is it really a category, Karthus? Is it really? Don't look down on other people's efforts. I've never looked down on other people's efforts. What are you talking about? Honestly, that's fine. It's good enough. Almost got the strat. Raised my ego. Yep, that's exactly what I did. I feel like I like to peck this a bit more from the front so I can roll in without fluttering. I don't know the exact timing on it. Like how much faster or slower it would be, but it's what I'd like to do. Might be worth looking into that. Sometimes if I recognize that I can like stand on the side of the pipe, I'll do that. But sometimes you won't be able to, and it sucks because you'll just fall off. Wait, 1 second. Okay, I don't know what you were trying to do there. Definitely just like try and jump in the direction of the fan while you're like before you beak bust. That's all that really matters. I feel like it's kind of... I'm pretty sure it's hard to do, but what you would optimally want to do is try and beak bust this as far forward as possible. A, so you can just be in talent shot longer, and B, so you land like on this ground when you like actually beak bust the switch, which will mean that you'll land your recoil sooner, which will mean that you can roll up the stairs further. But it is kind of hard to do. Just beak bust as far forward on that switch as you, which I'm sure you try to do already. I need to get better at this movement. Like that, even that was better than what I do optimal, or at my best, I should say. Oh no! I've gone back and forth between doing an extra jump for that first note and just sliding. I think just sliding might be better. Not too sure. I think I might do an extra jump sometimes, but I'm not too sure. You went from above, eh? But here, you should definitely just go straight forward, straight into that wall, and it'll let it push yourself up. I was timing that a bit earlier, and that seemed to be the fastest method. It'll just mess with like your timing a bit, because you won't be used to the camera you have when you actually surface. Oh, that sucks. But it should be optimal. Do you roll there? I'm not gonna go back, I don't care. If you decide to backflip there, it's probably best to roll backflip. I just remember timing that. If you get stuck on the left side of the button, then I'm pretty sure then it's better to roll backflip. But if you are able to just barely touch the button while you're, that was close. While you're like going past it during the beak barge, then it's better to just jump. But that's something like timed like, I think over a year and a half ago. Maybe even 2 years ago. I don't know if it's better. I don't know if it's good to do a final quick climb there, as opposed to just jumping from the ladder into the loading zone. Oh, I remember that. That was a funny mistake. Personally, I do small jumps there in that room. I find it to be cleaner personally, but I know a lot of other people don't. Here, I started doing this room a lot faster now. Container 2. I just jump as soon as I land there. And I think that saves like up to half a second. I could be misremembering the timing, but it's definitely like a lot faster. And you definitely don't need those feathers a lot usually. Something like that. You just have to like figure out the angle on the joystick. I think it's just like upright or something. You can just look at my input display there. Walking before you get into talent shot is an interesting strat. I've never thought about that. I just do a slightly bigger jump than just tapping A. That. But I don't actually know it's faster, and I'm not going to time that now because I'm lazy. That was a good room, I think. Actually, I actually want to like try and see timing on this, whether it's better to drop your slide there, because that definitely feels a lot cleaner, and that's what Stiv's done for like the past whatever years. But I'm pretty sure the task does this slightly different, but it's so minuscule that it's very low on my priority list to like figure that out. But until then, I'll just keep doing what you did right there. It was just a thought. You can definitely make this a lot. Wait, how do you set up the camera here? I pressed C right 4 times. And it's like up. Aim for the dot. That was bad. Let me go back. Good luck with work. I'll probably try and stream earlier tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow's Wednesday. I have to host a match tomorrow. I might do a run before I host the tournament match, so we'll see. Then you can take a wide turn. Okay, I swear this is consistent. Hard to like... The amount of things that I failed just because I'm trying to like explain it. Tomorrow's Tuesday? Wait, today's Monday? No, today... Wait, oh, it's 12:50. Okay, today's Tuesday. Okay, never mind. I'll probably stream earlier tomorrow. Look at that. That's what you want to do. That's the sauce. Yeah, right now it's Tuesday for me. So tomorrow I don't have to host a tournament match. So I'll just probably stream a good bit tomorrow, likely. The day after that, I'll be hosting a tournament match. You definitely want to be able to go as far left here as possible, just so you can keep your slide. I was trying to time this strat, like this strat right here, and I couldn't see any timing difference at all. Like, I was trying a lot to like see a timing difference. Like, oh no, let me back up there. I'm not, I swear, I swear. It's probably faster. This is how I was doing it. I was doing something like that. And I feel like that's as optimal as you can get it, I think. But I couldn't find any timing difference between that and just doing a big jump. And it probably is faster. Maybe by a few frames, maybe in a task setting, maybe only in a task setting, but if I couldn't see any timing difference, I'd rather not do it because it has a slightly bigger risk. Coping. That was solid. Actually, I wasn't looking. I like completely zoned out for a second there. Hold on a second. I feel like you're facing down when you walk off there. You want to like be facing left. When you walk off a ledge like that, it's like sort of the same concept I explained like a while ago in Gobies. When you walk off a ledge, you sort of like lunge forward a tiny bit. I feel like you want to make sure you lunge forward towards being talent shot towards the note. Not like that. That was awful. We enter in talent shot. Like that. Classic peck strat. Here's a strat you can do if you have 1 health there. You can peck here, jump, flutter out. Except I let go of my joystick. I swear it's consistent. Do that. So as long as you don't touch the floor, you won't take damage. Wait, I swear it's consistent. There. Whatever. It doesn't matter. No one cares. Shouldn't be at 1 health here anyways. I don't know if I would agree with getting that health there. Depends. I feel like I would only have gotten that health if I was gonna do the damage boost. I usually enter the anchor room with 2 health with like 2 health anyways. Personally. That was a good roll, but I don't know if this camera's good. It's hard to tell. Like, lag... This doesn't have to do with the game, but I feel like the way you perceive lag on your own TV is way different than you perceive lag when you're watching someone else play. Annoying. Yeah, same. I definitely, like, I even, like, noticed it before. It made, when I was, like, somewhat starting out, I was like, are other people, like, do they have a better N64 than I do? Because, like, their games just looked so much less laggy than mine did. Because I was experiencing my game, like, firsthand, but I was watching them play. This is weird. That was an interesting jump to the plank. I might look into that. Copy it, maybe. Oh, God. Also, I was gonna say something. I think I couldn't get... Okay, you jump back there. I couldn't get your strat for, like, cutting the corner to be faster in No FFM. I only tried it for, like, 5 minutes, but... I was noticeably getting it to be faster in FFM when you get the token, but I wasn't getting it to be faster in No FFM for some reason. I could have just been doing it wrong, but I don't know. Worth mentioning. Oh, so yeah, okay, that makes sense. The opposite, yeah, that's true. That's like amplified a lot more though. When you're jumping towards this note, you definitely want to stay more towards the right side here, because that's what prevents this stupid camera flip. That camera flip happens if you stay too far to the left there. Just make sure you like stick a bit closer to the button. Drift in the air if you have to, but yeah. Play. Can't wait to get more points. Oh no. This section is hard. It's like, okay. I would start holding up, like, I would have made the stroke that just ended like a bit steeper, and then I would have start holding up like or holding down like right now. Because you definitely want to get this jiggy with your belly, instead of having your belly touch the ground like right here. But also that might just be a one-time thing that you made a mistake on, so I don't know. It's definitely like, it's even hard to practice. Not the most consistent thing. Another trauma. Oh yeah, I remember that too. Honestly, I would personally recommend, if you have 2 health here, just doing the old strat, or the slower strat, but taking a hit by Snacker onto the Jinjo. Maybe even just taking a hit by Snacker onto the Jinjo, and then doing this strat. Nah, don't do that. Because the time save from this strat comes from just not having to wait for Snacker. Because that strat saves less than a second and a half. I don't exactly remember how much it saved, but it was less than a second and a half. And I feel like you lose that much time just by getting hit by a Flotsam here. Playing it safe because you want the gold photo. That's my excuse too for when I'm too scared to do the beak bomb. I'm not gonna lie. I use that as an excuse. As an excuse all the time. Beak bomb's consistent, I swear. It's just sometimes scary, you know. Exactly. It's just so worth it. Maybe. I would have been a bit more to the right there. I like to cover that instead of like being to the left of it. But that's just how I like to do. You got it, at least that's good. That was interesting. Wait, what do you do here? Oh, you jump flatter. Martin has a really good setup for this. I'll go there right now. I'll be in talent shot first. I would agree with jump fluttering after the if you're using the FFM camera, but because then you can actually get the flutter cancel. Here you can't. Oh, you did? Okay. I want to show it anyway. Because I'm already here. The setup was just to do, well, backflip, get into talent shot, down left, and up. Except I didn't do the up jump there. I have to zoom. There's down left, up. That was technically optimal, but yeah. Yeah, down left, up left, then big jump up. Make sure it's a big jump up because you want to adjust a bit in the air, like after the camera turns, just to make sure you don't fall off. I did it a bit sloppy there, but you'll be able to see that in like any FFM run that I've done. I just remember Hag suddenly learned that setup from Martin and it saved him like a full second. It actually saved Stiv like a full second as well. I wasn't paying attention. I'm pretty sure that was set up C, right? Actually, I want to go back and see. Yeah, okay. Is this the run where you failed this trick? Yeah. I want to see. 1 second. This might be a phantom frame where I don't know why, but... I would typically hold B until I land. I don't know if that would make a difference, but... I don't know. I really don't know. I can only assume it's a lag frame, but I don't know. Setup B is the best. So consistent. This looks different on your screen than mine's, or on your feed than mine's. Actually, they look similar. You probably know it, but right. Okay. Well, why didn't you pause right away, stupid Twitch? Pause when I tell you to. Right there, you can get into first person. I can't even see it, so dark. Oh, by accident. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't do any zooms for the first one. Here. That's why the beginning of setup B is so nice. You don't have to do anything. No punch cancel, no zoom, nothing. I feel like you've been getting a bit more consistent with Click Clack early recently, from what I've seen. That looked good to me. I've only recently started to feel some actual solid consistency with Click Clack early. Other than that one league run where I got lag framed 3 times in a row. And I let go of that joystick once, which I didn't remember for some reason. Rip. Pausing? I don't always pause when I'm sliding. I only did that I haven't done that in like a PB pace run. I did that in like a league run where I wanted to like just get the trick because I've never had a good league run. Pisses me off. Beef butt jump? Hell yeah. Oh, what? What? Oh my god, I was debated. Disappointed. I saw that. I also saw that jump peck down shot. I don't like... What am I doing? I don't like changing the camera when I do leaf jump. I just like keep the same camera. That's a good beat. That was solid. That's an interesting direction. But based on your reaction, I assume it wasn't it. Have I mentioned my setup to you before? In order to like get that note like 90% of the time. I think I mentioned it. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. That's true. Mash C left here, obviously. Jump. I like try and jump like towards either one of the trees, either to my right or left, or like in between them. All day, the whole time. Then after you hear the full yo, then you flutter until you hear one Kazooie noise, and that should be the perfect distance. The note. And you should land right on it. It'd be perfect. Just like that. I also had this new strat here. I don't know if you wanted to try it or not. Instead of pecking right here and walking, I started sliding and jumping onto this note instead of sliding into it. Then pecking into the wall like that. Making sure you're at the very bottom and then peck. Ooh, that looked kind of sketchy at the beginning, but that was pretty solid spring clip. For that, I know that you definitely have to do a slightly bigger jump than normal. I know what you were trying to do there. Trying to like slide down the downhill slopes. Now I've had some issues with that as well. Pretty much mash the button here. Slightly big jump. And you really just want to make sure you jump almost as soon as you land, because if you don't, then you'll just drop your slide and you'll lose time. You can do a big jump off of that. I've had the urge to like go as far down as the slope as I can before I jump off, but it's not worth it. Ooh, that last one was a bit safe. I'm so bad at those leads. I need to like look at a lot of VODs and practice that a lot more. I'm very bad at the first leaf is the hardest, obviously. That's the one that I'm good at. Actually, wait. Oh, no, you did that right, I think. There's a dot there that I use as a visual cue for when to peck, and it looks like you used it pretty much. Rip the gold pad. I need to change the camera like you and Dee Dee do here while you're falling. I feel like that's worth it. Seems less laggy. You can stick way to the left there, way more to the left than you think. One good thing that not changing the camera does is it allows you to see the best line you can take. You can pretty much go like this way instead of that way. Like you can jump from here to here. But that might just be another small like trauma-induced thing. The lag is definitely scary. I don't know if they're parallel. They might be, but I know it's possible. What I do usually. It would just like take playing around with the threshold there. It's definitely worth it to play around with the threshold there. Just to like look at what's obviously too hard to do, what's probably worth it. I notice you and I think Stiv does this and some other runners do this. I actually don't know what's faster, but I definitely like to just jump straight from this corner instead of sliding a bit down it. I feel like it's just a better line. And I think, I don't know if it was your mindset to jump from a downhill slope, but if it was, I definitely think a better line trumps the speed you get from going downhill. That's not bad. I don't know. I feel like everyone... I don't know if you're actually losing time here. Let me see one more thing real quick. The input display is so helpful for this. I guess not. Like, I flutter here. I flutter onto this leaf instead of not fluttering. That's what I do. It feels a lot faster, but I haven't timed it, and you're not holding your joystick at neutral at any time there, so it might not be faster. It might just be preference. Worth pointing out, I think. If you can jump to these notes, I think that would be ideal. I do that sometimes, and sometimes I don't. It's kind of hard to do it. That's the line I haven't considered before. Where do I wait, what do I do there? I actually don't know. I know my camera setup is different. I didn't mean to slide. Why don't I do that? I do the same thing. Never mind. You do something similar. I just initially, I think it's because of a difference in camera. Initially, it just looked like you landed on a different section of the platform than I do. But we landed on the same section. We didn't. Let me see again. Dude, go back. Why doesn't Twitch work? Oh my god. Dude. So triggered. Right there. Oh yeah, okay, well, I meant like after this part right here. 'Cause I initially thought that I landed here, but I do land like further down than you do. But this is just you being safe. I've actually been meaning to like look into this, whether it's better not to slide into the nest or just jump in like you did. I think it's better to jump in like you did, but I don't have any muscle memory for that. Sucks for me. I know that a lot of other people did that as well, and I think I've always been in the wrong for that. But as far as I know, it's never been timed. Oh, that was fall damage if I've ever seen it. Yeah, entering that nest at 422 is pretty decent. My gold here is a 411, I believe, and I think I entered the nest at a 417. So that could have been like a 7-second gold? 6-second gold? I think. I don't know. Maybe like 5. I don't know much about fall. I don't like using the camera and turning it like that. I don't actually know if it makes a difference. But this is what I do. I don't know if it's the fastest, but this is just what I do. Jump up. Right. Hit the text. Jump up here. Zoom out. Change the camera 2 times quickly. Jump over this guy. Then I change the camera like this. Make sure I head towards this corner, like of the leaves right here, and keep going in that direction. Just like the best line. Personally, I think it's safe and just go up to that platform. But yeah. You do the same thing-ish. About. Oh god, that worm. Oh my god, how did you know? that was so sketchy. This is an interesting camera. I don't know anything about lagging this level right now. I just assume that was an accident. Like, I started zooming in here, but I don't know if it's faster or not, if it saves on lag. It might actually be laggier, to be honest. But, I don't know. The bottom section of this level I'm not great at. Also, I'm pretty sure I do a big jump from like on that note, but if you land like I think what you do is the fastest. I think when I timed like jumping out of the snare bear with your last feather, I think that's just me being bad with the movement, if I'm being honest. I think the way you do it normally is just probably the fastest way overall, last gold feather or not. Oh no, that sucks. Classic. Good strat. I'm gonna go very far to the right here, a bit more. I surface 1 stroke later, I think. I like being able to do 2 jump flutters to the ramp. It feels better, but it's not something I've timed. I have to look into that more. That shouldn't be too hard to time, especially because the talent shot quick dive, your talent shot quick dive strat is like consistent. You'll have consistent strokes. So it would be easy to time, I think. Aw. Let's see that again. I think you should have landed that jump a bit later in order for that to not have happened. It's definitely not the same every time, but I do think every time you can get there without getting hit. It's just difference in difficulty depending on how fast they come out. Actually, I wanted to see something. You should just tap A when you go right there instead of holding A, and then jump like to the left as soon as you land. Yeah, CCW. Almost done. It's like 15 minutes left or so. What's up, Blandy? Morning. For a second, I thought that was like a Bowsette emote, and I was like, "What is this? 2019?" Or actually, like the Boo version of that. If you remember that. Good times, good times. I feel like I need to do this room like this. Oh boy, my favorite section. Oh, you hold down here. I just hold down left. I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like a lot of people struggle with holding down left. I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't struggle with it, but I don't know why. Not to like, I don't mean to like say that in like a condescending way. But like, I can't figure out what it is that I do differently that makes this easier for me to just hold down left as of leaving the loading zone. Yeah, see, like, I've never fallen out of the tree there, and I don't know why. Like, I remember, I don't know if it's, I'm pretty sure it saves a bit of time, too. I just know that Sunder also struggled with that as well a bit. He just ended up holding down like you do. I don't know. I really don't know what it is that I do differently there. I liked your alteration on my strat there. Going closer to the edge, and just doing a much smaller jump than I do. Instead of landing in the middle of that. So I actually did that plus landing on like the wooden part of the bridge instead of just the flat ground. That actually I noticed that saved like a sizable amount of time, like 0.2 seconds or 0.3. Oh no, the camera. I have a camera setup here for this strat. My setup is, your camera would be like this. Zoom, medium zoom. It'd be pushed all the way against the wall. I would get into Talon Trot, tap C to right once, tap it again, zoom out, zoom in. And go like that. Oh god, not like that. I really think you want to do it you want to jump up the slope, then forward, so you don't drop your slide like that, so you don't lose your momentum like that, but I don't know. It's so much harder to showcase it, I don't know why. Probably because I'm explaining it, also because of the pressure. I got most of it right. Up, then here. Now you keep your slide, peck, jump. That was the only way that, like, or with a similar camera to that, is the only way that I was able to save time with this strat in general. I would have been better to just get that after. Which is probably what you thought at that point. I feel like more people should know about fluttering into that loading zone. I feel like we're the only one who doesn't go for the talent shot. We're the only people who probably don't go for the talent shot in the loading zone. I think Hag still goes for it. Secret strats. Shh. Okay, here I actually have to turn. I would have bear punched right there. It's like right before. It's a tiny bit before the sound drops. Most people go on the sound. I'm just very finicky with that because it saves a little time to begin with. I actually wanted to revisit how long you have to wait after the bear punch, because I feel like I overestimated it because I saw someone else go earlier than I did, and it still worked for them. So I have to revisit that.
Well, yeah, so it did gold quite easily.
I can turn the volume back down so you don't have to hear it. Not that I have any issue with it. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. You can definitely approach that flight pad from the right side more instead of the bottom. Oh, that sucks. You really, yeah, that's unfortunate. Really want to hold as high up as possible on the joystick while going there. This dumb slope timer. I feel like I do 2 small jumps there, but I'm actually not sure. That section's kind of weird for me. Going down before you jump up there. I like that camera. That camera looked fine. I usually turn the camera like with C right, I believe. This room I feel like I always have to re-practice because it's so hard to take a... Can't replicate it. See it then. We try it. A lot of the times when I like try and reach something or like make a tutorial or something, can you like give me the camera please? I often like make it easier on myself because I transfer from like just a full-on setup. That's what I do. So I land like right here. I tap R and what do I do? Tap R and A at the same time, I think. And I land there. Oh, something like that, but I don't know why that was weird. I don't know. I can't explain that, but use your jump. Oh, so you mean like you're not able to jump as you're sliding down? So that's where I'm doing something differently. I'm pretty sure I'm slightly changing the joystick angle right as I'm jumping. Because if you're going the same direction downhill, like as your jump, and then you try and do another jump, chances are you won't be able to jump. But if you change direction just slightly, similar to like entering tickers in FFM, then you'll be able to jump again. I've been skipping that gold feather by like going around the snare bear from the inside, like, but when I tried timing that like a year ago, I couldn't see any timing difference compared to just getting the gold feather. I need to do this beak bump faster. I do this very, very slow now. I actually used to do it fast, but now I take it really slow. That's pretty high. Are you still? Oh no, never mind. Don't. That sucks a lot. I actually remember that. Yeah, I need to brush up this section for myself because I still do the thing where you tap A 3 times, you hold up, then you wait for it to settle, and then you beak bomb. Whereas you would want to do something as optimal as the beak bomb to the cactus and gobies. That's still so scary to me. Oh yeah, this happened. Yeah, I'm gonna skip right by this. You know the Wonderclip trick better than I do, so Not like I need to critique anything. That's pretty good. Never mind. Expert, yeah. 100%. You have an interesting setup here. I do a different camera setup. I think you've like critiqued it a bit before. I don't know. It's weird. Like I think the issue with my camera setup is that it makes it harder to take a better line. But I do like it because I often am able to scoop the eggs really, really fast. Yeah, I like do that. And I go like that. And now I'm softball. I think it's worth it, personally, to sacrifice the line a bit if it means I'm able to like poop the eggs as fast as possible. But I also haven't like put too much time into that setup. The thing is, I'm just used to the camera. Because, like, I make the camera the same as I have it in, like, FFM where I get the snare bear. And the setup when you get the snare bear token is, like, extremely good. I just imitate that because that's what I'm practiced with. But you're probably right and I should, like, learn a better camera. Oh boy, beat. I just do 14 A presses here, including the jump at the beginning. Off. Yeah, that was a bit early. That one I could tell. Don't want to hold B while you're turning. Make sure you only hold B when you're facing the direction that you want to go in, instead of facing away from the direction. Better token. Yeah, true. I'll probably do that when I come back. Because I'm not really afraid of doing the snare bear token. Or the first snare bear token with 2 health anyways. I'm not the biggest fan of this strategy. I know how it would optimally look, but I don't like it for 2 reasons. One reason is because you have to do a big jump at the beginning, whereas I just take off right away. And the other reason is because you're not holding up at all until like the very end. Like, look at my velocity, H velocity. It dips down a bit, and you only prevent that by holding up. So, let's see what happened here. Well, that could just be personal preference. It's so minuscule. Looks like a massive deal. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it to you before. I could have sworn. I feel like I mentioned that. Okay, this isn't directed to anyone in particular, but like, I feel like I've mentioned that to so many people, yet nobody does it. It's so annoying. Says now. Right. I think you weren't holding up enough. Oh, I was just talking about in general for holding up, like while you fly. But I don't actually know about the speed difference. Wait, are you talking about the clip or on the way to the jiggy? Wait, I think here you just didn't hold up enough. I had to practice this a bit because I've been feeling it a bit more. Yeah. I don't know if I knew it at the time of my tutorial, because my tutorial is ancient. That was like one of the first like big tutorials I've made ever. And I only made that tutorial so in depth is because at that time it was like I was the only one who was doing the B section properly. And no one else has grinded it. Here, wait. What do you do here? I just hold down and do 5A presses, including the jump. Holding B while you go up and down don't make a difference. Like, well, it doesn't affect Y velocity, I mean. That's also why I like to hold up during some parts in the boggy race, because it retains the speed while I take flight, while I like gain my speed, but it also allows me to like turn easier. I feel like, personally. Yeah, you tilt down a tiny bit there. I'm just assuming this is a mistake. You should have just. Actually, that was kind of weird. Why did that fail? I usually have a neutral joystick when I grab this. Huh. It might be because my setup. This is the only thing you held up? Oh, okay. I didn't notice that then. That would definitely be it then if you held up. Like that. I feel like that shouldn't have failed. Yeah. Here I just do 7A presses. But you go. I go to the right here. Like I go a bit up of right. That on my joystick, and then not like that. Ow! How do I fail this? I fail everything. I swear, dude, this is so stupid. Maybe it's just right. That's what I do. You tilt up a bit. Then I tilt down and slightly to the left like that. Except don't fail it. But that time I was like. That time I was more concerned with showing what I do rather than actually doing it. Tilt up a bit. I tilt down and turn that, so I don't get caught on the thing. And try to land as soon as possible. Make sure. Don't splash in the water because there's no need to. Don't hold B while you're turning. Now hold B. And, you know, the usual. Yeah, because you get stuck here. Definitely don't jump off there. The B has so much. None of this is the usual. The B has so much momentum from the flying. I don't think you had to press A there. You could have just gone all the way to the bottom and then you could have just pressed A right before the slope, because now you have to go down a bit and that'll lose you some time. Okay, what do I do here? I think I let go of B at some points here. I'm pretty sure I let go of B while I turn. Probably. Oh shoot, I'm gonna say. See that. Oh no! Good time. What's up, Italian Gamer Joe? I think so, yeah. You're in the coolest part of the game. Okay, I literally can't remember what I do here. You just have to... Shoot, I literally can't remember because it's muscle memory. I came up with this setup the first time I've ever learned No FFM. And it was so good. Now it's just muscle memory. I think I hold... I hold B? Yeah, I definitely hold B on the way to the Jinjo. I'm gonna say I hold B on the way to the Jinjo, but not while I turn. Tilt up here. A bit earlier than that. This is like the same situation that I mentioned in TTC on the way to the honeycomb, where I'm pretty sure. Oh god damn. Man. Where I'm pretty sure you don't want to do like when you're lowering to something specific, you don't want to lower it like that by like bobbing up and down. You just want like to find that sweet spot on the joystick where you'll gradually turn down. That's what I do for this Jinjo. Except when I go towards this Jinjo, I aim for in front of it instead of in top of it, just because it's a lot safer, way safer. You should just actually, I don't know. I usually aim for the ground there in front of him, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. Your way might be actually faster of just flying into him. You got it. I think if you apply the concept of holding up, for some flight sections, it'll probably boost your consistency in the sense where it would just allow you to go even faster than Boggy, because sometimes Boggy can catch up and mess you up a bit. Like here I would hold up, and it'll help me to turn and retain speed. I think that was fine. Wait. Yeah, same thing. Don't hold B while you're turning. Only when you're facing the direction you want to go in. That wasn't... wasn't... Pause this game. I think I go down right here. Down right, then I let go of B, and then just touch the top. I would just hold down right the whole time here. It's hard to say exactly. Mainly when you're like not going. Mainly when you're just like not going in the direction that you want to go in. I guess it's sharp turns, like mostly like 180 turns. That's the majority of it. I should probably just jump there. I've been stubborn and I've wanted to just walk off and on, but I keep just walking off the pad and it pisses me off. Definitely want to try your best to stay. Like this right here lost a tiny bit of time. You definitely want to try your best to stay in the top corner rather on one of the walls when you do this A press. You'll just like glide right through. That's not bad, IG. Good. Fine. Wait, I want to see what you're doing on joystick here. Why do you hold B here? Kinda funny. I just hold down here. I only hold down then up here. But as long as you're jumping as soon as you possibly can, it shouldn't matter, so you're fine. I was just in the claw grip, okay. If you've, like, struggled with... I don't know if you have, but... If you struggled with getting this jiggy sometimes, it's like the same speed to just get this jiggy after this like, to get it now. And then just find an easier setup into the vase. I've timed that before, and I was like, this difference is not noticeable at all. I did so many attempts and tried to find a difference, but Didn't really. Like I like concluded that my way was only faster just because I was more used to it. So here's another big example. Do not hold B here at all until you're facing the loading zone. I'm pretty sure I just hold up right here. Hold down. Okay. Yeah, I think you did that right. I just hold down just to make him face the direction. Hold B, hold R. Then move your joystick up here right after you start facing down. I can do this for me. Actually, I have to go to Clanker, or actually. Don't hold the B. Yes, exactly. Gruntilda's lair. Lobby. Hold down, hold B. 1, 2, hold up. Turn around. Hold B. Hold B now. And just fly back in. I'm pretty sure I only just press A once here, like get into flight once. But that was probably an accident, if I had to guess. Like you pressed A 3 times there and that made you get stuck in the roof a bit more. I started trying to jump around this bird. I might go back, honestly, to going under it. It was like faster on average, but like the same optimally. But I would get hit sometimes. I got hit in runs more than I did in all my practice, which pissed me off. Oh yeah, you messed up your splitting. Funny. I was watching this. This is fun. I'm skipping all of this. Yeah. Fine. I've been wanting to look into Furnace Fun movement a bit. Because I guarantee you absolutely nobody's looked into just like, other than when to jump, like nobody's looked into best line, I feel like. Which is probably what we do, but I'm just little paranoia, you know? Nice peck. You do Oxylin setup here? I like Oxylin setup, it's really good. He does a jump, a slightly down of just down left, and then a jump, then a big jump towards Dingpot. I'd definitely recommend learning it. Does you make a mistake? Oh, you guys didn't make a mistake. You should optimally, this loading zone should optimally fade out at 49.5 seconds. And right here, it faded out at 50.91. That's like a second and a half. But there was also like mistakes. This is an interesting camera. It seems to reduce lag as much as a zoomed in camera. This was like the only portion where I thought that lag mattered. Everything else was like, I don't think lag matters anywhere else. I think it's good to like jump and be on like the front of these parapets instead of the middle. It's based off of like some assumptions though, so take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, you can definitely like start moving as soon as possible. Because you definitely want to be able to I'm pretty sure you know this, but you'd wanna recoil, you want the green beam to hit you right like when you press A to take off. because you want to take off as soon as possible. What do you do here? Do you know about the strat of hitting her head on? You hit her like head on and you don't recoil to the left, and you recoil just backwards, she'll often be in a better position to shoot her fireballs like earlier after the beak bomb phase, but it's kind of finicky sometimes. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. It'll take some getting used to though. But it just definitely saves time on average. It won't always be the exact same, because your recoils will always be slightly different, which means that because what's happening is that you're recoiling different, so you land in a different position, which means that when you beak bomb her, you push her closer to like the middle of the arena, which is where she flies before she shoots these fireballs. But it's still slightly, it varies a bit. But it's better on average for sure. Everybody's gold has gone down since they started implementing that. My gold gets really lucky with the beak bombs, and it like beak bombs her into the perfect position. So like she barely waits at all before she throws her fireballs. I think I'm gonna start doing this section by doing 2, 2, 3, 3. Because now I always have to wait for this fireball personally. I use a medium zoom camera. But I think doing 2, 2, 3, 3 might save that. Yeah. That I haven't practiced yet, I haven't looked into yet in GG's. GG. So that's probably good to keep in mind. I'll probably play with that a bit more later on. Anyways, that was a good run analysis. Good. That's actually nice because that's the first No FFM one I've done, and I had a bit more B stuff than you. Yeah, I'll end the YouTube the local recording now.